means your son. Jason, we ready?
All right, Coach, why don't you start us off with the opening statement here?
Wow, what a college football game. I've not been a part of a whole lot of overtime games, certainly not as a head coach. That was my first one. I think today was special. From the excitement of our crowd, the whiteout, the students packing the student section. Red Wave was fantastic. Our players got a great buzz from that. We started the game, I thought, exceptionally well on offense, and then not so well on special team, and let them get right back in the game. But it was a 15-round fight. Both heavyweights were throwing haymakers and landing them, and I was just happy that we got up every single time, just like Rutgers, and give those guys credit. They got off the mat every single time we landed one on them, and luckily we got the last shot in and made the last play. So with that, whoever got questions? A little bit. We were talking on the sideline about how to get pushed and try to block that extra point. But as the game went on, I knew that their players were starting to get fatigued. Both sides were. But I thought particularly their defense was. When we went up tempo, they started to fatigue and slow down. And I think they thought the longer the game went, maybe they wanted to either win it or lose it right now. They got a heck of a weapon in 17. I mean, he's a big, well-deserving of being a first or second-round draft pick, whatever they project him to be. And, Nova had a hot hand at times. And so they went with what they thought was a play to win. And I was just happy that we were able to defend it, that one last play to get the win. I got to ask Nick what the actual call was. We were going max coverage, and they, a lot of teams in a 2-point will slide to a trips and try to out leverage you and pick you if in man coverage. But we were in zone, and our guys passed it off pretty well. Oh, it's huge. It's everything. As a coach, you want your players to go through that, to get knocked to the mat and have to get back up, be down, 20-7 and not look very good, and realize you can get back in the game, take the lead, then have it go the other way. It's much better in the development of a team and just the psyche than going out and, beating somebody by 30 points. I mean, the fans like it. Well, they probably like that too. But to develop this team and develop a belief that no matter what circumstances we have, we're going to find a way to win, I couldn't have scripted it any better. 10? It was a basketball game. It was huge. But I'll tell you, we've got a special group of seniors and leaders on this team. These guys believe in themselves. They don't get down on each other. If somebody slips up, somebody else is going to make up for them. And today our offense, I thought did a really good job of sparking. At times we played really well on defense, but we gave up too many big plays, obviously. And every time we were down, we responded. And it was nice to see our kicking game. It wasn't great. Obviously, giving up the kickoff return for a score was bad, but Dylan Root's score right at the end of the game to get us set up for that last touchdown to be able, or was that the field goal? I forget which one that was. He did lead the touchdown. That was huge. Isaiah Bursch's punt returns were huge. So all three phases, guys did good and bad things, and when you can have that not just be one-sided, it's big. No, I think we'll ice Eric's arm down or Derek's arm down, and he'll be fine. But a lot of it has to do with how they're going to try to defend us, and if they're going to their charge going in was, hey, we're going to stop the run, and we read things as they try to defend it, and we're not going to try to go uphill. We're going to take what they give us, and we threw for 470. How many touches? 5 touches, and he didn't throw this time. He didn't throw of the 5 any into the other team, so that was good. Momentum-wise, it was huge. I think we ended up losing, the turnover battle. Was it 3-2? And it would have been bigger than that had, and at that point in the game, had we lost that, that would have been even tougher to recover from. Things weren't going good, but our guys know there's an ebb and flow to a game, especially when you're playing a quality opponent like Rutgers. I mean, this team was the Big East champs last year. They got their quarterback back, 17. I thought they were really physical and fast on defense. They're a good football team. I think they're going to win a heck of a lot of games. So to get those breaks, we needed them, and we took advantage of it afterwards and got the momentum back right before the half.
Obviously, we can talk about plays all night in the game, but can you talk about Colin coming through that 47 games, freshman, first true test, what the situation was in that game?
That's why we signed him. A year ago we had a walk-on kicker, and I didn't feel comfortable putting a guy in that position. We put Colin in that position all fall camp. He's got the leg to do it, and the thing I love about him is he's got the demeanor. If he'd have missed it, he wouldn't have gotten down on himself. I don't think he'd have missed it, but in practice at times he does. It's just okay. I'll get my mechanics down. I'll hit the next one, and that's what you got to have, as a kicker. And he's going to win a heck of a lot of games for us, and we're darn glad we have him. It was really kind of matter of fact. It was like, okay, we've been here in this situation before. We do it all camp. We put different times and different timeouts, and we have all 3 timeouts. So, that's easy. We usually put like a minute and 15, and we only give them 1 timeout. So, we went down the field. Our guys, got a lot of confidence, and guys made plays. No, absolutely. Part of it you have to give Rutgers credit. They hit some balls right on the money, but we've got to get that cleaned up. I think they did a good job of keeping us off rhythm a little bit. We're calling some run stopper calls at times when they hit us on passes, and we play pass and they hit us on a couple runs. And every year personnel is going to be different, and it takes a little bit of time sometimes for the coaches to kind of get a feel for who can do what. We'll get that cleaned up. It was good to get a win, whether it's 52-51 or as we talked about in the locker room, 3-0. But when you can win and still have a day to correct some things, you like that a lot better, and we'll get it corrected. I've got a lot of faith in our defensive coaches. Yeah, probably so. It was the opposite end of the spectrum. When I was at A&M, we had a 9-6 game. Just a gut check back and forth kind of a game, but and the crowds stormed the field and those kind of things. But this game, with all the swings, motion, lead changes, I don't know that I've been one like this.
Coach, with the running back situation between Waller and Quezada, obviously Josh got that touchdown on the first possession, and you're using him as a receiver. Has one of those guys stepped up, possibly be the number 1 running back? Or you kind of use both of them?
We'll look at the tape, and we'll get together with Coach Ram and Coach Wade, and see how their grades turned out. We're not going to do it just based on 1 or 2 plays. I thought Josh did some good things, but again, when we look at the tape, I may not have noticed when he didn't do good things. We got to do a much better job with our quarterback running back exchange. We can't put the ball on the ground. That's a unforgivable sin, and we got to get that cleaned up. And if we can't, then we can't play players that put the ball on the ground. So. We'll take a look. I don't know that any decision. I know that's not going to be made tonight. We'll take a look tomorrow.
One last question, Coach. How about the player?
He's what we think. He's the real deal. He leads us. He's got ice in his veins. He can, this year make plays with his feet, unlike he could a year ago. I thought he did a nice job escaping the rush. I thought our protection, except for maybe 1 or 2 plays, was really excellent. And I know when he's got that kind of protection, he's got confidence in the pocket to stick the ball right where it needs to be stuck. And we've got some frisbee catching dogs that'll go up and get it. So it was fun to see.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Great job.
questions for Derek?
Retired rendition of the Bull Like Spirit song.
That was live. That was so much fun. I'm glad Coach DeRuiter brought that back because that was a lot of fun. I'm sure y'all heard us from the locker room outside. I'm telling you right now, it reminds me of everything I went through with my son. You have your son, and it's the highest of highs. I can't even explain it to you. He has surgery. Everything that I went through, y'all know the story. But that's how. Praise God. That's all I can tell you, because I can get into a lot of details and preach to y'all, but y'all don't want to hear that. So I just thank God for what happened today, because I remember after the game, because now he's home. My son's home. At the end of the game, we won the game, and it was just that relief. It was just that, I just sat there and I bawled my eyes out. I guess he made me a little soft. Football is the ultimate team sport. I'm sure when I threw the pick, Duran wasn't too happy, because there's nothing he could do about it, and if they mess up, there's nothing we can do about it. But we don't get down on each other. When I came off the field as soon as I threw that pick, no one cared, because they knew that I'd get it next time. If they mess something up, I don't care, because I know they'll get it next time. I know how good they are. But I am kind of a control freak, so I do like to have control of things. But when it's not, I just got on my knees and I prayed the whole time that we could win this game, and we did, man. That was the craziest game I've ever been a part of. Oh, y'all know I don't. You can say that. I don't get caught up in all that stuff. I'm just going to continue to work as hard as I can. You guys get bored of me saying that, but it's the truth. Tomorrow, try and relax. Come in, watch the film, and 'cause I didn't play a perfect game. So that pick in the end zone could have cost us, but our defense bailed us out, and they helped to not give up a touchdown. So there's a lot of things I got to work on. Signature game, you guys can say that all you want. I'm not opposed, but it doesn't mean anything to me, because we got a lot more games to go. Oh yeah, if that's a word, funnest is the. Me too. I say it all the time. No, definitely. It was the most fun game, I promise, I've ever been a part of. But I was at peace the whole time. I never once thought we were going to lose. And like I told these guys last year, when we were down to New Mexico, 21-0, not one of us thought we were going to lose that game. And it's so special about this team, and especially now this year. There was not one moment where we thought we were going to lose this game.
After the game, obviously, on your knees, overcoming emotions, son and everything, playing a heck of a game, Pat's brother, and the whole time Pat's. How are you able to just channel your emotions and get ready for this, and then at the end you see that the emotion is so overwhelming?
I tell you what, last night I woke up so many times, felt like I was going to throw up. I was so nervous. And this was my 27th start, and I was just so worked up about everything that's been going on this past month. I can't even tell you guys how I felt once the clock hit zeros and the guy had missed the pass and whatever, dropped it, whatever happened. I was overcome with emotion. Like I said to BJ, I think my son made me soft a little bit. Because I sat there and I just bawled my eyes out. I can't explain it why. I'm not a crier. I just sat there and I just thank God for the opportunity He gives us, the platform that He gave me today to go be a witness for Him. And that's all I can say about that.
You had to engineer about 7 or 8 comebacks within the game. What's that like as a competitor?
Oh, my gosh. Well, during them, they're tough, because Rutgers, gosh, their defense is so good. They don't make many mistakes, and they're very physical. I can tell you, when they hit me, it didn't feel good. So during them, they're tough. Once you score, it's the biggest relief that I can't even explain. Then I get to sit and watch our defense ball out. And it took us to overtime. We hit a good play. I was relieved, and then the defense made a great stop. And just relief. That's all I can say. Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember if he signaled in or I called it. I think he signaled that one in. So I'd say he called it, but we were just reading the C gap on that one, and they brought the will, they brought the free safety on that one, and usually that's not a good play for us, if they bring that blitz. But the free safety got wide, and usually I'll keep it and I'll run to the sideline, more of an angle that way. But he went wide, so I just followed all my big guys up there in the middle. Yeah, I didn't know where the first down was, and I wasn't. I promise you, I did not want to lose this game, and so I was doing anything. Like I tell you guys, I give everything I got for this program. I love this place, so I tried to get the first down, even though I think I was way past it. Yeah, I ended up throwing one to Harp. I'm going to get yelled at for it, but I ended up throwing one just to let them know that we'll throw it. It was an incomplete pass, but I just wanted them to know that we'll throw it, because when they back up like that, guys like Isaiah Burse, they got a lot of space to work when those safeties are playing farther off. When they get closer, we got guys that can run by them. So I remember I did see that a lot. They were playing, their cover one, they put that safety way far back. Their cover two, both safeties are way far back. At a good depth, so it just opens up things underneath, and when that happens, you got to be able to run the ball too. And I think our average on the run plays was good, and so even though we didn't do it much, we threw the ball a lot today. But when things like that happen, we'll see it on film. There's a lot of running lanes in there, and I got to do a better job of getting us in better run plays.
Guys, let's let Derek go so we can circle along here.
Thanks, Jake. You're the man. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Isaiah Burse, pretty high catches. Questions for Isaiah?
How would you describe this back and forth? Past midnight.
It was definitely a classic type of game, but I'm just glad we got the W. Really, I'm proud of how our team rallied together, and we just fought hard, went into overtime, and things went our way. We stayed in it, and things went our way, and I'm just glad we got the win.
Isaiah, did you think you were going to get the ball for the first 3 offensive plays?
No, not really, but obviously you got to stay ready for whatever. Obviously I was just trying to help the team any way I can. I didn't know Derek was going to target me that much, but when he does, I try to make the most of it.
Disappointed that your teammates got all the touchdowns and you got all the yards?
No, not at all. Them dudes, they so good, man. Like playing with Devontae and Josh Harper, like they take so much pressure off me, and it's good. Like I don't care. I just want to win. Any in special teams, helping the team in special teams, catching balls over the middle, doesn't matter. Any way I can help the team, that's fine with me. Touchdowns or not. So.
Any other questions?
Was there ever any doubt when you guys were down 20-7 or down 45-8 or it was up you guys were able to game?
Not at all. Just like Derek said, back in New Mexico when we were down 21-0, no one had any doubts that we were going to lose. We simulate like situations in practice like this. We down, we got to come back, we're in overtime, and just to be ready. And it happened out here tonight, and we was able to rally and come through with the win. So.
All right. Thank you, Isaiah. Safety, John Smith. Questions for John?
Were you surprised they went for two at the end? Were you caught off guard a little bit, or no?
Yeah, I think the whole defense was a little bit. The first overtime, they score to match it. You assume that they're going to kick the extra point. And when they kept their offense out there, yeah, it caught us a little off guard. But, we handled the play well and got the stop. Game's on the line. You wouldn't want it no other way, especially as a defender. Sometimes it's hard watching on the sideline. Like Derek said, if the offense, has a mistake or does something bad, we can't do anything about it. If we do something bad or make a mistake, they can't do anything about it. So, as a competitor, you want to be on the field for that last play. So like I said, it caught us off guard, but at the same time, we wouldn't want it any other way than to have us on the field for the last play. They had their big guy Coleman split out to the short side, so I was thinking that they were going to try to get a one-on-one deal with him. And then when they motioned him over, we had seen it on film that they try to do a little rub route and try to get him free on a little flat route. And Charles Washington made a great play. I'm pretty sure it was Charles. He came down and made a good play on the incompletion.
Surrounding that one game, which is obviously the most important, but defense, there were some holes in the defense that Rutgers obviously exploited. What did you see, and what has the coaching staff mentioned to you in the locker room that's going to be worked on this week?
We haven't really had time for the coaches to mention anything. We're just happy we got the win. But yeah, there's definitely some holes. But first game of the season, a few new pieces. There's always going to be a little spots where you need to correct. But we're just going to go in and watch the film and see what we need to do better. They did a good job of keeping us off balance, hitting us with pass plays. They did a few things different than we saw on film. Not as much always running post and deep routes. They kind of ran deep comebacks, deep out routes, and that kind of caught us off guard at the beginning of the game. And then they just made plays. When it's one-on-one on the outside, it's the DB and the receiver, and whoever makes a play is going to get the job done. And they did a good job of making plays. Definitely. I'm exhausted. I know the guys in there are exhausted mentally and physically. So it'll be a good deal to get a few. We'll probably get 1 day off. Now I think about it. We'll probably get 1 day off, but 1 day or 2 days, a day off will be good, especially after a game like this, and start preparing for the next game. I'm gonna go home, eat the snack they give us, and go to sleep. I got class in the morning, so I got to get some sleep. I'll worry about watching it when we come in to watch it on film. The atmosphere I was in the crowd, like during the game, it was incredible. I haven't been in an atmosphere like that since probably the Nebraska game when we played at Nebraska. So the atmosphere was great. The fans were great. Everybody showed up in the white. It was amazing to see them in the white, matching our jerseys and everything. And the atmosphere in the locker room after the game was crazy. Everybody was exhausted, but we were hyped and having fun. Now I bet everybody's just laid out somewhere, either at home or in the locker room.
Any final questions? Kicker Carl McGuire. Play of the game.
Well, talk about the 47-yarder, in your first big pressure situation, 5 minutes left to tie it up. Talk about being put in that situation, how good it felt to tie it up.
Oh, really good. It was nice that it was 47 yards. I don't know, every hit's supposed to be the same and stuff, so, just backing it up, it made it that much more fun. This is all really new to me, and it's that much better to be here now. Absolutely the extra point, because I knew that was the game right there, that would be it, so definitely that extra point. I'll be nervous on the sideline, but once I get out there, it's just it's fun, it's for the team, it's a game.
Colin, how much does it help you knowing that coach has the utmost confidence in you? You said before the last year's kicker was a walk-on, and you sleep great at night knowing that you're on the team and that you have the accuracy.
Yeah, he's been saying that all fall camp, and it's really encouraging. It's things like that that will motivate me to be more professional and practice more and really get there and prove to him that he can be confident in me.
Do you have a ritual on the sideline when you know there's going to be an opportunity for you to pick coming up? Do you do anything? Do you walk around? Do you talk to yourself? How do you get ready for a big game?
Well, I gotta warm up. I gotta get my leg ready. So I go over to the net, and then the crowd will start cheering because something's good has happened or something. So I'll run out there, and I know it's time. And then I'll say I'll pray, and I'll say, let me just glorify you, God, and then I'll hit it, and what happens. Well, good things, hopefully. But we'll see. Every week's a new week, so it should go good, though.
What's it like to walk into the stadium? You said that when you're on the field with coaches, you got 35,000 people, all white, cheering.
Yeah, it's electric. It's definitely a new feeling. I'm from Texas, so football's pretty big there, but it's nothing like this, and it's incredible. I can't explain it. It's new. It's a new feeling.
Coach say we have a high-powered offense and we score a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of think, well, this is going a little too far on that. Do you remember how you were recruiting when you sold the program?
Actually, I had a few offers for a kicker, like probably more than you should. And what attracted me here is like the coaches are like a family. Like they'll treat you like a human being. Like it's not as much of a business, and that makes me feel good. So.
What's your distance? The 47-yarder that you hit, it seemed like it was a lot. You were trying to back up 5 yards.
Yeah. I'd like to think I could hit a 60 in a game, or like a little bit over that, but that's about my limit with no wind. No, about like 60, hopefully, or is what I think I could do. No, it was a no-brainer. I don't know if I really have a say on whether I can go up, but yeah, it was a no-brainer for him. Well, good, real good. I'm gonna get my snack, go home, get some sleep. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good day.